All right, guys, welcome in to an episode of the Offensive Line Podcast. Joined here by all the boys. Welcome in, boys. We got Casey Patrick, Kyle Mathis, and Lee Sertain. All right, nobody. Okay, I will say nobody's gonna talk. It's gonna be a very quiet podcast.
I'm saving my words.
Oh, for sure, no doubt. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it because we do have a little bit of a hard out for Kyle, so I want to cover as much as we can as possible. Uh, Anything you guys want to talk about first? I mean, I've got the news that we had in the discussion ideas and stuff, but anything new that you guys want to talk about?
Yeah.
Americans suck. We can't beat anybody at anything, apparently.
Yeah, it has. The Olympics have been kind of bad for America so far.
Hey, now I will say, of course, I don't think the Russians care about winning. They just care about beating us, and we just so happen to finish in second and everything, so that makes sense. And then America does have a 20-year-old kid, the gold medalist 10-meter rifle shooter, which I forgot was still an Olympic sport, but he broke the world record. And then a 17-year-old girl from Alaska won the gold medal. But other than that, nobody
Wasn't
really
that the
watches
first
the
time we won a
Olympics.
medal in that event?
Do what?
Wasn't that the first time we won a medal in that event?
What's a shooting?
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like we should win every one of those medals because it's all we do is shoot each other.
All right.
Yeah, I know.
So I just got an update from Bleacher Report. I don't know if I'll be able to show this through my phone or not, but I'm gonna try. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it very well.
Oh, Brett Kern.
Yeah.
What y'all were talking about for
Yeah, that was pretty sweet, actually. I like that T-shirt.
Hey, they showed all the players coming back, and there was another one. Derrick Henry was wearing a heavyweights shirt, and it had like actual weights, like barbells and stuff, that were standing there like a hip hop album cover or something. It was actually a really cool shirt. I want to know where to get it, but the Titans Twitter account, they released a lot of that earlier today, just random stuff.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
Madden released their ratings, or a lot of their ratings. I saw Devontae Adams, Aaron Donald,
the wide receivers.
Julio's a 95, which
The
I think it's a little high for Julio.
I agree.
The wide receivers are it's Devontae in order of rating. Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins. I can't remember who's three, but then it's Stephon Diggs, Julio Jones, and some other people.
Was Tyreek Hill number 3?
Yeah, Tyreek Hill is number 3. That's right. And then
Allen Robinson was number 10 or something like that.
Yeah, Allen Robinson was number 10. Number 7 was Keenan Allen, most slept on receiver in the NFL. Just wait. It's gonna be very different.
Football.
I know I'm extremely biased, but
Amari Cooper was like 8 or something too.
Yeah.
I don't think AJ Brown should be behind Allen Robinson.
I don't think so either.
I'm not sure about that either.
I mean, I think Allen Robinson's good, but I don't think he's that good.
They released the speed ratings too, and of course Tyreek Hill's 99, Henry Ruggs is 98, and then there's like 3 or 4 dudes at 97. And then they released the rookie wide receivers. Jalen Waddle was the highest rookie receiver at 76, and then Jamar Chase and Devontae Smith are both 75. Elijah Moore's a 73, and Kadarius Toney's a 72. It's the top 5 for rookie receivers.
Wow.
Isn't Trevor Lawrence like a 78 or 79 or something?
Somebody told me they saw a bunch of the rookie quarterback ratings last night. I haven't seen them. I don't really know the answer to that question. They're probably out there. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't.
Well, I was reading on Twitter that Zach Wilson was like a 76 or a 75, which is the same rating or like a point less than Joe Burrow was last year. But they also said that it was like 3 points behind what Trevor Lawrence is. So I just obviously did the math and said 78 or something, but
yeah,
I didn't actually see the rating.
It's so hard. There's no way that half of those are right. Because I mean, somebody like just for instance, let's say somebody like Jamar Chase comes in and absolutely takes over and helps the Bengals offense. He might be an 85 plus receiver right now, whereas somebody like Kadarius Toney or Elijah Moore should probably be more in the 60s because they're not used to an NFL offense or something like that. There's just no way to get the rookies right. You just can't. And some guys some guys come in and they are just game changers from day one. And of course, Madden never gives a rookie higher than like an 80 or 81. So
that's like top of the line.
I know, and like there may be a rookie out there that just takes over the NFL this year, and nobody knows it yet. So I hate how the ratings start, but hopefully we get kind of an idea.
I think they rate them too high to start.
Usually they do a progression. If you do a franchise, they'll do a progression every year to.
Well,
I don't know how it is.
I think they rate everyone too high.
I agree. I think it would be much better. Like the 99 Club should be for like Hall of Famers that are in the prime of their careers.
Yeah,
I don't even like Aaron Donald maybe right now, and maybe like DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, but I mean like having multiple like 5 or 6 or 7. How many was it last year? Like 8 dudes that were 99 overall to begin the season. I don't like that. I think there should be more disparity between the good players and the not so good players. I mean, if your backup quarterback is a 62 overall, and then I don't know. I just feel like there should be a lot more disparity between good and bad because
you can legitimately take a 60 overall quarterback in Madden and win a Super Bowl with them. Like it's crazy. Like that shouldn't be a thing,
No.
So if I said the number 72 overall rating, would you guys know who I'm talking about?
Justin Fields, because somebody told me that.
That's not who. It is a quarterback, but it's somebody who has been in the league for like 4 years.
Carson Wentz.
Yes,
I did
Wentz.
that
72 overall.
Yeah, it's a little low, I think.
Right, his experience should have him at least 80.
I was thinking more like 52.
Ability wise, he's at least an 80. His injury should be like a 12. But I'm serious. Hey, if Carson Wentz stays healthy, he's going to put up stupid numbers in Indy this year.
I think the thing that they need to do is lower the rookies. Like I get there's a bunch of hype around them, but I don't know. I just think, or maybe like even have more disparity between the quarterbacks, because really I think that's where the most atrocious like ratings come from. Is maybe Carson Wentz is a 72, but then I don't know, someone like Joe Burrow should be a 78, a 76, or Justin Herbert at the max maybe a 80, 81. And then you'll have like Tom Brady be like a 92, and Patrick Mahomes, he could be a 97 or a 99. Like have like a big gap between these players.
Oh yeah, I'd love for there to be a lot of disparity, because the top 4 or 5 quarterbacks in the league should be the other ones in the 90s, and you should have multiple starting quarterbacks that are in the 70s. And I mean that's just what I think. I think the numbers should be vastly different than they are now.
Talking about NFL quarterbacks, let's go ahead and get into the meat of the pod. Aaron Rodgers, the big news of the day. Aaron Rodgers is on his way back, or he is back actually, to Green Bay. And looking good in the office shirt. What's funny? I almost actually bought that same shirt. Now I wish I would have. But obviously this is huge for the Packers. If they didn't have Aaron Rodgers, I don't know that they might be the worst team in the division. Like it would be a very bad season for them. So good for them to get Aaron Rodgers back.
Right, definitely a win for Green Bay in that position.
I think Green Bay with a paraplegic at quarterback is still better than Detroit.
To get away from the Nats.
Kyle's talking about his Nats. That's good.
And Kyle's having his own conversation.
No, I mean, Jesus, what are we doing here?
He'll join us when he's ready.
But yeah, so good for Green Bay fans. Casey wants to talk about Aaron Rodgers.
2 things. First of all, I have to take a massive L here because I thoroughly thought he was not going to play another down in Green Bay. Plus, I thought Denver should sell the farm to go get him, and I don't think they ever tried hard enough. That's beside the point. The other part is, I'm pretty sure Adam Schefter tweeted out that part of like the circumstances around him coming back this year is the fact that he had 100% total control over what he did next year. And I think that's huge. Of course, part of it was Devontae Adams getting a contract restructure and them trading for Randall Cobb, which apparently is a done deal via Tom Pelissero on
That's
Twitter.
what I saw right before the podcast. I was thinking there was something I saw that I was like had to do with Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, if you've been throwing to Alan Lazard and Marquez Valdez-Scantling and making them look that good, you probably want your security blanket back, and that's who Randall Cobb is. So I think that's a good trade for Green Bay if they don't give up a whole lot of anything to bring a wily veteran in. But next year, I think it's going to be fun to watch the Aaron Rodgers show and see where he winds up.
It's gonna be hella awkward, I feel like.
Probably.
Nah, if they're winning, it won't matter.
I wonder if Pat McAfee's gonna have him on every Tuesday again. I hope he does, because like last year it was awesome to have like a NFL quarterback go through. He spent like maybe 30 minutes to an hour every Tuesday talking about like the previous game and like his ability to remember plays and stuff. Like it was just really cool. So hopefully he can do that again. That's the reason honestly a reason I'm such a big Aaron Rodgers fan now is because of watching that every Tuesday. All right, so moving on. This is from Gardner. Sorry, Kyle, what was that?
I just said me.
Yeah. What? You don't like Aaron
I
Rodgers? Well, you say so. Wow. Kyle thinks Aaron Rodgers sucks.
Trash.
He's a good player. He's just a douchebag in life.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't get that.
I think it's quite the opposite.
Okay. I mean, listen to his little brother talk and his family talk. They'll tell you who the real Aaron Rodgers is.
Or maybe, I don't know. Or maybe they're the douchebags.
Would you be
like ultra religious?
The organization that drafted your backup quarterback and hasn't drafted you a receiver since like Nixon was president?
Well, that has nothing to do with his personality and like why he's a dick to his family.
Oh, I'm a dick to my family, but they deserve it. I mean, what's the difference?
I don't know. He just seems like a douchebag to me. I mean, he's a great NFL quarterback. Don't get me wrong. I'd take him on my team any day, but he's a douchebag.
Yeah.
All right, so this is from Gardner Minshew, another NFL quarterback. I don't know if you guys saw this. Gardner Minshew, quote, "In preparation for the competition, I haven't taken a shit in weeks. Number 2 isn't an option for me." Talking about his competing with Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, oh, what just happened?
Breaking it again.
Oh, Lord. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay. Woo! All right. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence probably going to win the number 1 spot. I would be surprised if anything different happened. But I like the quote, and I like his confidence. What do you guys think about it?
That can't be good for your body not to take a shit.
He's putting on some extra weight.
He skipped number 2 and went straight to number 3, apparently.
Didn't he lose the job last year to Foles?
Dude, I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I think they were trying to tank. I think they took him out because he had a chance to win.
That's fair. I'll say that.
No, yeah. Last year Foles was on the Bears. Yeah, last year Foles was on the Bears. Remember?
Oh, it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Who was the quarterback last year for Jacksonville? Whenever Gardner went to start,
it was Minshew. I think he started.
No, he got hurt, or they took him out, or something.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he started on season.
Either way, Urban Meyer took the whole job because he knew he could get Trevor with 1. I don't think, even if Gardner looks better, I don't think he has a snowball's chance in hell of taking the starting job because Urban wants to play the kid and let the kid grow.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Garner Minshew, I think he would be a serviceable starter on a different team, but I don't think he has a chance to start for Jacksonville.
The only way he does is if they want to sit Trevor Lawrence because he's not ready or something.
You guys are right. So he played in 9 games and he started 9 games, but he was injured. He had a broken thumb, I think. Yeah, thumb fracture and ligament strain. And Jake Luton and Mike Glennon started in his place.
I get Glennon and Foles mixed up. They're basically the same human being.
One's got a Super Bowl ring. Big Nick, Big Dick Nick, baby. Yeah, but I thought that was a cool quote, so I had to include it. All right, so this is from this is like earlier last week. I want to say like Monday. So this is on Lamar's video of him running routes on the basketball court and stuff, like with all those kids. And Lamar, you're on the verge of generational wealth. Why risk it? It's not worth it. Don't mess up your money. And then MVS comes back and says because he wants to go back and be the kind of guy he never saw as a kid, could change a kid's life, bigger than chasing a check when you're a genuine person that cares about the youth. So what do you guys think? Is it worth it to have fun with kids and be that role model, more so than protecting yourself and a paper check?
If you don't get hurt, it's worth it.
But I mean, I don't think I mean, yeah, obviously, like there are things that he could have tore his ACL or whatever. But David Gerard tore his ACL on the pool with this kid, and he turned around weird and it tore his ACL, and that's the reason he never played in Miami. Like I remember that on Hard Knocks back in like 2012. Like you can't live in fear of hurting yourself, though.
No, absolutely not. I'm all for it.
I like how Shannon Sharp is trying to be the voice of reason here. Whereas if we could go back to the 80s, I mean, is he going to talk about any bad decisions he made? I mean, like, it's not like this kid, like, it's not like Lamar's out here doing crazy stuff. He's not snowboarding and stuff. He's playing like pickup basketball with local kids. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I don't think Lamar was going 100 in the video. I don't think he's trying as hard as he can. I'm with y'all. I don't think you can live in fear. There's no reason to put yourself in a bubble unless you're going to go out there and play football. It's ridiculous.
Right. They let football players play in like the celebrity basketball game and stuff. So, I mean, it ain't really that big a deal to me.
I think that Shannon Sharp's almost turning heel. Like, with the Julio Jones thing and now talking out about Lamar. Like, is he going from like that role model, like Deion Sanders type to just being this guy?
He's been hanging out with Skip Bayless too long.
Maybe that's what it is.
I guarantee that's what it is.
Next, he's going to say that Johnny Manziel was a generational quarterback.
Wait a minute. He is. Just not a good one.
Yeah, generationally bad.
Yes.
So this is a meme that I liked. It says, can't wait for NFL teams to have all their fans back. And it's got the, Foxborough Stadium. It's got Lambeau. It's got the Red Sea. And then it's got SoFi Stadium with one fan in it. So that was a little dig at my own team. Next, we got the Seattle we pictured. This is about the expansion draft versus the Seattle we got. We got Gyarados versus Magikarp. Seattle went with a completely different direction than I think most people thought. They were definitely thinking like years in advance. They were thinking like 5 years down the road. When I think that they had a chance to build a championship caliber squad now.
I think the NHL needs to seriously change their expansion rules though, because they did have an opportunity to go out and get an all-star team, and I don't think that brand new teams should be able to do that.
Well, see, the reason they did that is like they changed it with the Vegas Knights was so that way people would be able, like teams would be able to compete early to kind of help build fan bases.
Competing is one thing, dominating is another.
Well, I mean, Vegas, they made it to the playoffs their first year, or the finals their first year, but they haven't won one yet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, but they were really good that first year, and they've still been really darn good since.
No, definitely. I'm just saying that I like the rules the way they are. I mean, it kind of sucks if your team isn't an expansion team, but at least to me, like it helps these expansion rosters get good early and help build a fan base because winning is what's going to really build you a fan base.
Yeah.
I read they took a lot of defensive players. They didn't go offense at all. It was all about the defense.
Yeah, it was very loaded on. Like they had a chance to get some really good offensive players, and they decided not to.
And they weren't even competing against anybody. It was like just whoever they wanted. They had to pick of the litter.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is this, like the third time we've talked about hockey?
Yeah, I'm liking it. All right, so this is new also. Peyton and Eli Manning getting the Monday Night Football alternate broadcast job. This is big. I mean, at least I think it is. Am I the only one that thinks this is going to be awesome?
I mean, I'm all for it.
I mean, it'd be pretty entertaining. Is it like the? What do you mean by alternate?
I believe it's like not the like not every week, maybe.
Gotcha.
I honestly, like, anything would be better than Booger.
You don't like Booger McFarland?
No.
Yeah, those booger memes are
Oh,
hilarious.
Booger. Where's Booger at?
No, listen, Monday night broadcasts have been awful for a long time now because they went out and got Jason Witten, who I love Jason, but Jason was not comfortable at all. And that's why he went back and played football. And
He
then
still wanted
Booger,
to play football. That's the problem.
yeah, but Booger's worse than John Madden about saying the most obvious stuff in the world. He's like, well, they got 10 yards right there on that first down run, so now they've got another first down coming up. No. It's like, no shit, Booger. We halfway know football.
They
don't-
scored a touchdown on that play, and that's why they have 6 points.
Yeah,
like thank you. Appreciate it.
I can't. I don't like him. So any opportunity to just watch somebody else, I guess, because I'm gonna watch the game regardless. And I mean, I usually got to where I was just muting commentators. It didn't matter what game I was watching, baseball, football, or any type of game or whatever. But anybody that can add kind of some insight. If I could listen to Tony Romo do color for every game, that would be perfect. But of course, he only does one.
He's a better commentator than he was quarterback.
A lot, and I'm not. That's not even a slight towards his ability to play quarterback. He's a good quarterback. He might be the best color commentator for football I've ever heard.
And he's still new. He's only done it for 3 years or something.
Yeah, I could tell. I could tell like that first week when he was with Jim Nantz. I was like, man, this dude's gonna be really
plays like this about that. He it was Tom Brady, and he called exactly what he was about to do.
Yeah, and his ability to call out what's coming, but then explain why things happen the way they happen with gaps or people on certain sides of the field or what the defense is running and why the offense was able to take advantage of it. Everything he does, I mean, he doesn't waste a lot of words. Everything he says makes sense, and it helps you learn more as a fan. And I really enjoy. He was a good quarterback. He's 10 times the color commentator that he was as a quarterback.
Right.
All right. Other big news: Fred Warner gets his contract. So it's 95.2 million over 5 years with 40 million. I spelled guaranteed wrong. Guaranteed, and last 2 years voidable for only 3.6 million.
Essentially a 3-year
everything's
contract.
different now. Yep. Okay. Yeah, and so the interesting thing is he gets a massive. I think it's the highest. He's the highest paid middle linebacker, but if you look at the guaranteed money, he isn't. Like his is 40 million, and I think C.J. Mosley was the one before him, and C.J. Mosley had 43 or 45 million guaranteed.
I believe you're right.
I mean, obviously this is big, especially if you're someone like Darius Leonard who's coming up.
Yeah.
He's next.
Yeah, he's about to.
He should be massive.
Yeah, I think Schefter said every dollar that Warner got was another upgrade for Leonard. So I think Fred Warner deserves this contract. I think he's a great football player. He's a big reason why their defense is still really, really good. But Darius Leonard is going to make a lot more money. Not a lot more money, but more money than that. Probably north of 19 a year. I know that comes and that's what Adam Schefter said, and that's gonna. I think it puts him right above Fred Warner whenever he should get his deal.
He'll probably get 60 guaranteed though.
Probably, yeah. And the Colts have like $42 million in cap space, so
that's insane.
Yeah, they need to go spend the money anyway. They lost out on their safety. I'm pretty sure Dallas went out and got Malik Hooker this morning, which is big for them. I still think he's a good football player if he's healthy. So
I would say he was injured a lot, right?
Yeah, he stayed injured, but the Colts should. I mean, you have to use. I'm pretty sure you have to use like 85 or 90% of your cap room anyway. And I don't know why the Colts aren't going out and trying to get people like Justin Houston or Malik Hooker back when their money's just sitting there not doing anything.
So wait, time out.
They're prepared for that big contract they're going to pay Carson Wentz. What are you talking?
So they have to use 90% of the salary or whatever, right? What about all the rollover money? Like, I know you can roll over your excess salary for like a year or two or something like that. That's how the Browns and the Jacksonville had like massive amounts of money.
Yeah, I don't know. I
do you
really
understand that, or is it like the base salary?
I have no idea how all that works, but I do know that the Colts should have spent money. They just sat around and didn't do anything when receivers were available. More defensive players were available. I think they're right there at the cusp, especially if Carson Wentz is halfway usable at all. I think there's. I mean, even if he's Philip Rivers-esque, I mean they were good last year with Rivers. So I don't know. I think the Colts are too much. Do what?
That was with a dead arm.
Yeah, and no legs.
Yeah.
Definitely no legs.
So before we move on, did you guys see about Patrick Mahomes, I believe, buying part of a soccer club?
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like a part owner in like a
MLS
soccer
or
club,
European?
Dude, I don't know. As soon as I saw it, I don't care anything about soccer. But I just thought you guys should know. I figured one of you guys would have known.
I'll look it up real quick. Yeah, I haven't seen anything about that. I mean, he's part owner of the Royals, right? Like super minority.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's like a minority owner in the Kansas City Royals. Oh yeah, it's Sporting KC. Yeah, so it's the Kansas City MLS team.
Oh, okay, cool. Makes sense.
I had $500 too.
Well, I mean, MLS team, that's probably like $30 and a pack of chewing gum. Like maybe you have to offer to play every now and then. Maybe I don't know. Like
have to show up and sign autographs at a soccer field.
Hey, I would say that actually probably bring fans to Sporting KC. Like get Patrick Mahomes out on the pitch, see what he fucking.
If he can kick 10% as good as he can throw, he'll be their star player.
I would say just give him the goalkeeper thing so that way he can catch the ball and just have him fucking launch it. Hey,
Could you imagine like the anxiety the front office of the Chiefs would have watching Patrick Mahomes on a soccer field?
They would never, ever in a million years let him play.
Especially when you dislocate your kneecap on a quarterback sneak, like.
Some NFL contracts like disallow you from doing anything like that.
Yeah, they have avoidable things where it's like if you're riding a motorcycle and you get injured, then it voids your contract. Like, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It's smart business.
No, 100%. Protect your assets.
All right, so now that pretty much takes care of all the news. We're going to get into the main topic today, which is NFL division winners. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Excuse me. There we go. Let's start in the AFC North. So we got the Steelers, the Bengals, the Browns, and the Ravens. Casey, I'll start with you. Who's your pick for the division winner in the AFC North?
I'm going to take... I'll take the Ravens, and only because I think the Browns probably have more talent. I think the Ravens are still used to winning more, especially in the regular season. And you still have Lamar, until you don't have Lamar, you have what I think is the most exciting quarterback, like his ability to do things. But I don't even think Pittsburgh's going to be above 500. This will probably be Mike Tomlin's worst year as a coach. I feel like they're going to be really awful. The Bengals, who are much better than they were last year, still have a long way to go to reach everybody else. And the Browns showed they can play and they can win. And hell, they almost beat the Chiefs last year in the AFC title game. So the Browns could win that division, but I'm going to take the Ravens because I think they know how to win in the regular season.
Kyle?
I'm going to say the Bengals win 12 games this year. Everybody else doesn't win a single game.
Wow. Hot take.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So to be completely honest, I'd say the Ravens are going to win the division. The Browns will be second, Steelers third, and Bengals are going to be a distant fourth.
Okay. So you're going Ravens as well?
Yeah, I think the Ravens will probably win probably 13 games.
Okay.
Cleveland will probably win 10, 11. Pittsburgh will probably win 8 or 9.
I think the Bengals could have a better record than Pittsburgh this year.
I doubt it. They have to play all three of those teams.
Lee?
To me, that's 6 losses right off the rip. They might win one of them.
I think they can beat Pittsburgh. But besides that, since they were the worst team in that division, they'll play the other worst teams in other divisions, which I think gives them kind of a leg up on that. But yeah. I don't think Pittsburgh's going to be very good at all. I think they're.
Did Pittsburgh win the division last year? I'm trying to. No,
I think they did, didn't they?
They got 11
they were like
wins,
11
right?
at one point. Surely to God they won the division.
Didn't the Browns go like 12-4?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Hell, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Browns won.
Steelers. Steelers won the division.
Last year?
Yep. The Browns and the Ravens also made the playoffs, but the Steelers won the division. The record was 12-4.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the rest had to help them beat the Tennessee Titans, but other than that, I didn't keep up with them.
Well, did they start out 11-0 last year?
Yeah.
10 or 11, yeah.
Yeah, it was 11. 11-0, then they lost to the...
They started at 11-0 and then went 1-4 in the final 5 weeks?
Yeah, and then lost in the first round of the playoffs.
Good God.
Lee, who's your division winner?
I think the Ravens are going to win. It'll be pretty close between the Browns and the Ravens, I think. The Browns might even beat the Ravens in the regular season. So it may be a split. But I think the Ravens will ultimately win the division. But I do think the Browns will make the playoffs still.
All right, well, I guess I'll be the odd man out. I'm on the Browns. I mean, like you said, they almost made the Super Bowl last year. So I got no problem with that. They've done nothing. They're going to get OBJ. Like, I don't know. I just feel like they're going to be really, really good. And Casey's already raising his. He's going to, contrary to...
No, I just want to ask a question.
Yeah.
Were you going to say Browns before we started, or did you say Browns because we all took Ravens?
No, I was Browns.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
I don't know. I like the Ravens, but to me, they are not as complete, I guess. Like, to me, their defense is good. Their quarterback's good. And I think it kind of stops there.
I think honestly, regular season Ravens are better than regular season Browns, but the postseason Browns are probably a better team than the postseason Ravens.
And the Browns really, they struggled at kind of at the beginning of last year and figured it out more as the season went on. So my thought is that if they can continue that momentum, they'll be a very good team.
I agree.
Right. The only way the Browns go to the Super Bowl is if I take them in my dump.
Here we go.
The only way.
They were a Matt Moore fourth down completion away from going to the Super Bowl.
No, Chad Henne.
Chad Henne, whatever, same dude.
Chad Henne is triggered.
He can be triggered and go back to Michigan, play football or baseball or whatever. Shut up. That's how close the Browns were to like possibly going to the Super Bowl last year. They're not a bad team. I just hate them.
Right. I mean, the key for the Browns is a running game with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt because you can't put everything in Baker Mayfield. He'll flop every time.
Yeah, he's not that good, and Stefanski figured that out. That's why they did struggle, and then started really picking up steam because they're like, well, screw it, we got Chubb and Hunt. Let's just run the ball.
Smart move because Lamar sucks.
Moving on to the AFC East, we got the Bills, the Patriots, the Jets, and the Dolphins. Casey, I'll start with you again.
I think the Dolphins can be a really, really good team, and I think they could even make the playoffs, but they will not be better than the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills will win that division. I don't foresee the Patriots doing a whole lot of anything. The Jets, even though they spend a lot of money, I don't know if they're really – I need to see what Saleh can do. I think he's a great defensive coordinator. So is Jeremy Pruitt. That didn't work out for Tennessee. I want to see if it works out for the Jets. So I think the Dolphins can. I think they're going to make more noise than people expect them to, especially if Tua doesn't completely suck. But the Bills will win that division and probably by 2 or 3 games.
Kyle?
So the Buffalo Bills will have this division clinched by week 8.
Wow.
That's not even halfway through the year.
That's all it's gonna take.
They would probably have to go 8-0, right?
And everybody else go 0-8.
Dude, no, okay, look. So, man, like, not technically clinched, but they'll have the division won through week 8. They'll have 6 wins through 8 weeks, and no other team in the division will have 3 or 4 tops, and they won't win 6 or 7, none of them.
Do you think the Dolphins suck?
I don't know that they suck, but I don't think they're good by any means. I think the Dolphins potentially could go 9-8, whatever the fucking record is nowadays. Yeah, but the Jets are hot garbage for the most part. The Patriots, if Cam Newton plays like he did a Super Bowl run, which isn't going to happen, they could win 8 or 9 games also, but none of that's going to happen. It's Buffalo Bills or I want my money back.
Yeah, Buffalo's going to win the division. I think the Patriots are going to be a lot better than people think. They got a lot better on defense in the offseason.
I think they just got guys back, too. That helps.
Matthew Judon. They got a couple offensive linemen. I think Mac Jones is going to be starting by the end of the season, but I think Buffalo finishes first. I think New England actually finishes second.
I can see that.
I mean, the Dolphins had 10 wins last year.
Yeah, they were a fluke, though.
I think you'll see a more confident Tua Tagovailoa for sure. He's got, one of his buddies there with Jalen Waddle.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Tua, but he was trash last year.
He was really bad.
Well, he didn't know the. Yeah. I saw a thing that said he didn't know the
offense. He didn't know the offense because that would make sense.
Yeah, I saw, yeah, it would. Yeah, sorry. Nikki just texted me that it was hard to hear me, so I had to turn myself up. So yeah, I think that I saw a thing that Tua said that he didn't really know the offense at all, and that's why he struggled. He feels that he struggled last year.
Yeah, because he did have that tore up hip, but and Fitzpatrick is a lot of the reason why they won 10. But I still think Dolphins are a 10-win team or close around it.
Okay, time out. You're telling me he didn't know the offense? He had weeks and weeks to learn the offense before he even got in the game. You're like, come on, bro.
Well, I mean, he had no real offseason, though. It's not like they had no training camp. They had no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Corona, yeah, and
man, you can't tell me they didn't give him a copy of the playbook the day they drafted him.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's just. I mean, obviously, some quarterbacks did better than others.
I understand timing and actually physical play of the game, but if he didn't know the offense, why was he even out there?
Probably just to see, because the Dolphins wanted to see if they had something. Because if they don't, then they can draft a quarterback this year.
Or they
I
could trade
get it.
for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, I saw
we'll give him a pass this year.
I saw the Texans were asking 3 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson,
Yeah.
and then some.
And probably 2 more lawyers after that, too.
Well, no, they might as well ask for 22 first-round picks, 1 for every woman he molested.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
The offensive line pod where you come for your news.
Yeah, apparently. So I'm sorry, Lee. What was your pick? The division winner?
Oh, Buffalo, yeah.
Yeah, mine's Buffalo as well. I really have nothing new to say. I just think that Buffalo is going to be good. I do think that Dolphins are going to give them a run for their money, though. Oh man! All right, so the AFC South, obviously, this one's going to hit home a little bit with 3 or 2 of you guys being Tennessee fans. Lee, we'll start with you. So, who do you think is going to win the AFC South? We got the Colts, the Jaguars, the Titans, and the Texans.
I think the Titans win the division. The Colts are going to be tough. Their defense is going to be really tough. That's going to be the biggest challenge for the Titans. But out of the other teams, they should have 6 wins. They should be 6-0 against the rest of the division. So I think they win 12 to 13 games this year. I think they're going to be pretty good.
I'll go ahead and do mine too. So I think that the Colts are going to win the division just because I don't know. I like their defense. I like their defense, and I mean, I think Carson Wentz is going to be an upgrade from Phillip Rivers. I know that's a big if, but I just got a feeling that, new surroundings, and I don't know. I feel like Indy is always good, even when they're bad. They have to try to be bad. They have to suck for luck,
Yeah, you tell that to Curtis Painter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to literally try to suck for Indy to be bad. They're a good organization, and I think that the Titans, I think they're going to be very good, but I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be the Colts. I think it's going to be close like it was last year, though. I'm not saying they're going to run away with it by any means. I think it's going to be just as close as it was last year. Casey, do you want to go first on this one?
Sure. I think the Titans win 12 games. I think they end up 12-5. I think they break a lot of statistical records for offensive production this year. And I think the Colts will win the division because our defense, I still have no faith in. I have more faith in Mexican tap water than the Tennessee Titans defense. I do think the Colts defense is still really good. I think their offensive line is one of, if not the best in football. I like their coach. I like Frank Reich. I think he calls plays well. I think Carson Wentz will throw for 4,000 yards and over 35 touchdowns. I do believe the Colts overall will have a better regular season record, and then they'll probably get trounced in the first week of the postseason as the Titans run their way to a Super Bowl win on the shoulders of Derrick Henry.
Really?
Got it planned out.
So
Man, okay.
Not only are you calling division winner, you're calling Super Bowl winner.
I think the Tennessee Titans win.
And they're not the same team.
Huh?
And they're not the same team.
No. I think the Colts are just gonna. They always beat the Titans at least once in the regular season, and they're not gonna lose to Houston or Jacksonville like Tennessee will do once. Tennessee will shit itself against somebody that sucks in the regular season. Remember Cincinnati week 5 or week 7 or whatever last year? The Colts don't usually lose a lot of games they shouldn't lose. They win most of the games they should win. I think they're going to be better than people expect them to be. I think they win 13, maybe even 14 games just because they're a really good, well-rounded team. But then they'll lose in the playoffs because I think that's when you play a lot of other really good teams and you can't make mistakes. And the Titans can turn around and hand the ball off to Derrick Henry 40 times a game. And he's shown his playoff experience. I think the Titans get a wild card spot and run all the way to the Super Bowl. But they're not going to be better. They're not going to have a better record than the Colts in the regular season.
Interesting. All right, Kyle, let's hear your rebuttal.
So I mean, I completely think it's a toss-up between the Titans and Colts. They're both going to be really good. The Colts have the defense. The Titans have the offense. I'm with Casey on the fact that if our defense shits the bed, we may not even make the playoffs. I don't care how good our offense is. If we're giving up 40 points a game, I mean, does it really matter? But our defense physically cannot be as bad as they were last year, and we still made the playoffs. So I'm definitely thinking we're a playoff team. To me, it's a toss-up. I'm going to say Titans because I'm a homer, and Derrick Henry is going to run over everybody. But if the Colts win the division, I would not be surprised. It's going to be super close. I say whoever wins the division is only going to win it by a game. It's going to be 12 wins, 11 wins, 10 wins, 11 wins, whatever it may be. But I'm going to go Titans.
Yeah, I agree with that. I have a hard time believing it's going to be a 2 or 3 game difference between 1 and 2. I just don't see that happening at all.
Well, you know what this means, guys,
Jacksonville and Houston are going to fight for whoever can get a win this year.
No, they're going to fight over whoever drafts Kayvon Thibodeau next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, you guys know what this means, though, right?
Go ahead and say it.
It means that the Texans are going to win the division with Davis Mills as their quarterback and no Randall Cobb, no it's just because we are calling it, it's going to happen that way.
How much money do you want to bet that the Texans don't win?
I'll put my house on it.
Don't win the division?
Yeah. No, I'm saying I'll take the Texans not winning. Listen, here's $500 in quarters, and I'll bet it right now that the Texans don't win the division.
Casey has $500 in quarters at his house.
Hey, uncirculated state quarters. Every United States state. It's 50 uncirculated rolls of quarters.
Nice.
$500.
That must be heavy as shit.
It is, and I'm kind of fat, so it's like I'm weak in the fingers. It's hard to hold.
Right now on, let's just use FanDuel, the Texans are plus 2,700 to win the division.
Holy shit!
Wow, that's some hell of odds, dude. That might be worth $10.
I mean, yeah, it's worth at least 5 to me. I mean,
shit. All right. So moving on, we have the AFC. Oh, wrong one. AFC West. We have the Chargers, the Raiders, the Broncos, and the Chiefs. I don't know if we're really gonna have a whole lot of difference here. I think obviously the choice is the Chiefs. They're a great team. They lost in the Super Bowl last year, but I don't think that's gonna happen again. I think they probably makes it to the Super Bowl, and they have a real chance of winning it. The Chargers are going to be good. Justin Herbert's going to be good, hopefully. We might make the playoffs, but that's about as high as my aspirations go. The Raiders are probably going to be about the same as they were this year or last year and every other year before that. They're going to be like 7-8, 7-9, right? No, 7-10, 7-10. Yeah, they're going to be middle of the road. And then the Broncos probably going to be, again, pretty bad. We'll see if not Sam Darnold, Teddy Bridgewater or Drew Lock can actually play well. But, yeah, easily the Chiefs. Oh, Kyle left.
Oh.
Well, I'll give him a second to join
at least told us he was leaving.
Casey?
I still see him.
I do not see him.
Is he disabled on yours like I was? There he is.
No.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, now we can't
He's
hear
back.
him though. You're muted.
He's just talking away, just blah blah blah.
Casey, do you want to give us your division winner?
Before I do that, I think Kyle just said something really intelligent or funny, and he thinks it's hilarious, but we can't hear it. I will say, I think the Chargers have a better chance to win this division. There they go again. Did you block him out again, Justin?
No, it's on him.
Oh, maybe he's leaving. Either way, I think the Chargers have a better chance to win the division than some people think. Of course, Frank Clark may not play this year. What are you saying?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I think the Chiefs' defense could be really bad. I think their offensive line is also going to be kind of suspect. They still have Patrick Mahomes. They still have Travis Kelce. They still have Tyreek Hill, so they're going to put up points. But if I had to guess, I think the Chiefs are the division winner. But I think the Chargers could actually be really good. I think the Raiders might win like 4 or 5 games this year. I think they could really suck. And who's the other team? Broncos. I had the Broncos as like one of my Super Bowl favorites because I was 100% sure they were going to trade for Aaron Rodgers, and they didn't do it. So, yeah, the Broncos have Drew Lock or Teddy Bridgewater, and they're going to suck because of it.
So this is the biggest lock of any division. The Chiefs are going to run away with this division. It's not going to be close. I don't care how good the Chargers play. I don't care how good the Raiders play. I don't care how good the Broncos play. The Chiefs are going to win 10 games and clinch this division. It doesn't matter if they win 8 games, they're going to clinch this division. They're going to win probably 12 or 13, but the Chiefs are going to run through this division.
Lee?
I'm gonna give the Chargers a little more credit. They played the Chiefs tough last year. They was in those games. You know, they lost so many games by 1 possession or less last year. So I think there'll be a little more experience. Justin Herbert will have a year under his belt. So I think they could possibly make the playoffs in the wild card.
But
It's nothing against the Chargers at all. I think the Chargers are a good squad. They played really well the last 5-6 weeks of the season. But the Chiefs are experienced. They've been to the Super Bowl 2 years in a row. There's no way they don't win this division.
unless
Yeah, they're definitely gonna win this.
injury.
But
Unless injury.
right,
Like that's the only thing
Yeah.
I could see that would happen, that the Chiefs would not win the division.
Yeah,
Yeah,
injuries
exactly.
hurt the broad like forecast though.
No, yeah.
yeah, the Chargers will be their competition in the division for sure. I don't think the Broncos and Raiders gonna be a
Man,
First half.
The only way the Raiders are any good is if Marcus Mariota is their starting quarterback. You like that?
Yes, sir. Thank you. That's all I wanted.
All right, moving
I
on.
don't think it's the quarterback over there. I think it's more the coach. But
No. I was throwing a bone to
previous
DC.
coach.
Yeah, but
God.
All right, so this is the NFC North. We have the Lions, the Packers, the Bears, and the Vikings. Lee, you want to go first on this one?
Now that Aaron Rodgers is gonna decide to play with Green Bay, I think they're gonna run away with the division.
Yeah.
I think the Vikings, Lions, and Bears are gonna be fighting for a top 5 pick next year. I don't think they're that good. The Vikings could surprise a few. You know, if they get on a hot streak, they got Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson. They got the most potential. But
I think Kirk
I think-
Cousins is going to like that.
I think Kirk Cousins is.
Kyle, who's your division winner?
It's as long as the Packers and Aaron Rodgers hold to his word and actually plays, and Devontae Adams wants to play, it's the Packers. The Bears are not going to be very good. The Lions, I mean, it's tough to really judge the Lions. They got a new quarterback, Jared Goff. Like, I don't think they're going to be good, but they could surprise some people. And then the other team that they're trash.
Vikings.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, Dalvin Cook is okay. Kirk Cousins this is his last year playing for Minnesota. It's I don't know, man. But the Green Bay is gonna win the division.
Yeah, I think this one's as easy as the Chargers almost. I mean, like, I think the Vikings are their closest competitor for the division, but I think it's going to be the Packers fairly easily. And yeah. Casey, what do you think?
I think Justin Fields will lead the Chicago Bears to a third place finish in the NFC North. I think the Packers are still the favorite. I not only do they have Aaron Rodgers back if he does play, which I think he is now. I think this is all going off Aaron Rodgers' plan. I think they also have the best coach. I think LaFleur has shown that he just knows how to win games. Whereas Mike Zimmer is, I think, still kind of stuck in 1990. Chicago is, I don't even know who their coach is, but don't really give a damn. Yeah, Nagy. Yeah, listen. I mean, that guy. I think Justin Fields can be really good.
Did you say Matt Faggy?
Shut up.
God.
I think.
Can't
Listen,
say that.
that's awful. We're gonna get
I
canceled.
can say whatever I want to say. This is the offensive line.
I do think the Lions could finish 0-17.
No.
Legitimately.
No.
Yep.
No. They'll
No,
win
I don't
4
think
games.
Yeah, I don't think they go undefeated or unvictoried.
You remember how bad Jared Goff was before Sean?
You don't think they're gonna go beat?
He's gonna be.
I gotta say something.
He's gonna be worse than that now.
Matt LaFleur is, man, dude. I don't care what you say about him. I don't like the guy. I don't think he's an offensive mind. Sure, whatever. Now you say he's that good if you think so, but if Aaron Rodgers wasn't there, he would be hot garbage, just like he was for the Titans.
Is LaFleur is LaFleur not better? I waited until you got done talking. I wasn't even stuttering yet, asshole. Do you think LaFleur is better than Zimmer and Nagy and Campbell?
Better than Nagy for sure.
You don't think he's better than Zimmer?
I don't think Zimmer's a terrible coach.
All he does is sit there and scream at the refs till he's red in the face. He's stuck in a foregone era. Thank God.
I don't think he's a great coach. I mean, I want to see what LaFleur could do without Aaron Rodgers. I was really looking forward to it. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, he can draw up an offense, but I don't think he's. I don't know. Like I don't think he's that great.
So
Aaron Rodgers is that great.
So Rodgers plays somewhere else. Who wins that division?
It's a toss-up. Yeah, Vikings by default. Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
Agree with that.
If Rodgers wasn't in Green Bay, I think the Bears could win the division.
Yeah, it could
I
happen.
mean, I'm gonna say I think anybody could win the division.
Except the Lions. I don't think the Lions can do anything. I'll stay in the minority on that if I have to. But I think if Justin Fields doesn't completely suck, I think the Bears with that defense and anybody better than Foles or Trubisky at quarterback, they could probably. I mean, help. I think what were they like 5-1 last year through the first 6 games? I mean, you're talking about a team I think could win that.
Why'd you stop talking, Casey?
Oh yeah, I thought my thing messed up again.
Yeah.
No, I was done. That's all I needed to say.
Oh, okay. It seemed very abrupt. Like,
I figured Kyle would just cut me off.
NFC East. We got the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Giants. Oh, that's the Redskins. Oh no, canceled. We're canceled. Oh God, who put this shit together? I swear.
Hey, no, look, for real. We're good, though, because I don't think a lot of liberals are going to watch our podcast anyway.
I think division winner for the NFC it's always a toss-up. I don't know if the same person has won the division in like 10 years, 2 years in a row. But I'm going to go with Cowboys. I'm gonna give it to the Cowboys. I think that coming back is going to be big. On paper, their defense is good. It's just I don't know what they were doing last year. Like Kyle's giving me a weird look. On paper, they have a great defense. What are you talking about? But the Giants, I think they'll be better. I don't know if they'll be great. And then I think the Eagles are going to be hot garbage. I think the the football team is going to be good, but I don't know if they'll win the division. I think it's going to be close like every year, but I'm going to give it to the Cowboys. We'll let Kyle go next.
I think the Cowboys will run away with it too. As long as their defense is like a top 20 defense, they'll win the division. Last year,
it was horrible.
They were like, dude, that whole division is not good. If the Cowboys even like show up and Dak Prescott doesn't get hurt, they'll run away with it by default.
Casey?
If the Cowboys didn't have a Chick-fil-A manager playing quarterback last year, they would have won the division. They have Dak Prescott coming back. They should win the division this year. And I use the word should because Mike McCarthy is still the coach. I think if the Cowboys had the New York Giants coaching staff, which I think is a really good coaching staff, I think
They did.
I
Yeah.
really like I really like Joe Judge. I don't care much
They
for
give
the
the Giants.
offensive. Yeah, but I think McCarthy might be the only reason the Cowboys don't win, other than maybe an injury again. But the Cowboys should win. I think the Cowboys can win this division by 2 or 3 games. I have zero faith in the Eagles to put anything together that looks relevant. I think the Giants could be really, really good. Now, here's the thing about the Washington football team. Fitzpatrick's going to get out there and he's going to win them a few games, but he's going to lose them a lot more because he doesn't have the type of – their defense is going to be one of the best in football, though. They're going to screw up somebody else this season. They may beat the Cowboys in Week 18 or whatever to keep them out of the playoffs or something like that. But I just don't think Fitzpatrick gives them enough to win the division, even though that defense could be a top 5 defense in the league, literally.
Fitzmagic always does just enough to not make the playoffs.
They made it last year.
Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the Dolphins.
The Dolphins made the playoffs last year?
No,
I think
the
so.
Reds.
Did
No.
not?
They had a chance. They had a chance.
Oh, never mind.
I would say
Either way.
I didn't think they did. Has he ever played in the playoffs, I wonder?
Probably the backup.
My point still stands. Cowboys should win.
I'm with it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean,
Kyle.
y'all know my pick. I mean,
lead
of course,
my-
I'll take the Cowboys, but I think Washington, their defense is, like Casey said, is going to be tough. Chase Young, he's just awesome.
And Jonathan Allen just got a big contract extension, too.
Yeah. I think the Heineke kid's going to be starting for him by the end of the year. What is that? What's that his name?
Heineke, yeah.
Taylor, something like that.
Heineke or Heineke or something like that.
Yeah, Heineke. Like Heineken.
He's more the fan favorite. But yeah,
He
I
almost
think the
won
Giants
last year in the
will be-
playoffs.
He did. Made some
They
hell of
played-
a plays.
They played really good against the Bucks in the first week of the postseason, too.
Yeah. So, just to clarify, Ryan Fitzpatrick has only had 2 winning seasons in his career with the 2015 Jets and the 2020 Dolphins. He's never made the playoffs, and he holds the most career passing yards and touchdowns among quarterbacks who have never made the postseason.
I believe it.
That's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
sounds all right.
He was awesome with the Titans.
Yeah, he threw for 400 yards a couple times.
And we still lost those games by 3 touchdowns.
That's true.
All right. Next, we have the NFC South. The Saints, the Bucks, the Falcons, and the Panthers. I'll go first on this one, and I'll take a hot take here. So we'll start with who's not gonna get it. It's definitely not gonna be the Saints. It's definitely not gonna be the Falcons. And it's definitely not going to be the Bucks. I'm just kidding. It's going to be the Bucks.
Just another high again.
No. The Bucks are definitely going to win the division here. I think it's going to be fairly easy. And I think they might even make it to the Super Bowl again, honestly. Like, they are a very good team. Tom Brady looks locked in. Oh, shit. I forgot to do the Tom Brady video that leaks into the thing. We'll do that in a little
That's
bit.
crazy. Ain't it?
Yeah, but go ahead. We'll do Casey. You can go ahead.
The Buccaneers will win that division. But I do think the Panthers could squeak into a wild card spot. I have a lot of faith in Matt Rule as a head coach. I have a lot of faith in Joe Brady as an offensive coordinator. And I have a whole heck of a lot of faith in Sam Darnold as a Pro Bowl NFC quarterback. I've said it multiple times now, and I don't care what you think, Kyle. I think Sam Darnold will be a Pro Bowl quarterback.
All right, you were right about Josh Allen. You are not right about Sam Darnold.
You told me the same thing about Josh Allen.
I just told you you're right about Josh Allen.
Yeah, but before you told me I was an idiot. You told me I was a moron. I was insane. You can't complete the
You're shooting 50% because Sam Darnold he might make a Pro Bowl 1 year in 10 years or whatever, but it's not sure as hell ain't gonna be this year.
Who do you think is going to win the division?
Oh, the Bucks
Bucks.
easy.
The Bucks.
Bucks. But like Casey said, the Panthers are going to be a little bit of a sleeper.
I
You
can
know, they
see.
still got Chris.
I can see the Saints even being a little better. Is he saying no? Hey, I got a little bit of faith in Jameis. He got.
I think the Saints will be okay.
I don't think the Saints are going to be very good at all. I think they're going to figure out by like week 3 or week 4 that Taysom Hill can't really run their offense the way they want him to, and then they'll let Jameis Winston start, and then he will lose them games just like Ryan Fitzpatrick loses games.
I would rather have Jameis Winston than Sam Darnold.
Ooh, I don't know.
I think I agree. Actually,
I wholeheartedly disagree. I vehemently disagree with that sentiment. We're not even on the
I may
same
hate Sam Darnold so much because he played for the Jets that he looked terrible with the everybody would have, but he just didn't show me much.
I think that
At least I know Winston can throw for 5,000 yards.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think that at least I know Winston has the arm talent and the ability to make plays. I mean, if Winston can be less of a gunslinger, then I think he can be a very, very good quarterback.
I'm willing. If we can find a way to do this, like yards per attempt, not total yards, because I don't think Jameis is going to throw as many passes as Darnold. Darnold is the starter. Winston's probably going to take the job. But if there's any metric we can use, like let's do PFF grade for who the better quarterback is by the end of the year. If Winston gets like serious starting time, I'll bet money that Sam Darnold is 10 points above PFF grade over Jameis Winston.
I'd be willing to take that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Gentlemen's bet. Let's do $1. I'll do more money. I don't care.
I mean,
Let's make
How
it
much
sure.
Let's make it.
How much money?
Let's do a rack. Let's do 1,000.
Okay.
Casey ain't got $1,000. Get out of here.
You
Got
showed me
500
the
quarter.
I'm just kidding. I'd be willing to do.
You're gonna make Casey sell his Pokemon collection.
Yeah, right. I'd be willing to do. I'd be willing to do like 20. I
Okay.
feel like that's fair. 'Cause, I mean, I'd go up to 100, but I mean, I don't want to make it like anything
I'll do
crazy.
20.
20.
I'll do 20.
Kyle, you in on 20?
I'll split it with you. We can both go 10, and he can both pay us 10 because that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah. You ain't got $20.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna pay him $40.
I mean, we're getting
Well, it
monetized.
doesn't matter.
We're not getting monetized, or we need to get monetized sometime soon. Then, if you ain't got $20.
No, you're calling people Redskins. Kyle used the F word earlier. There's no way we're going to make any money off this podcast.
Lee, are you in on $20?
Well, I don't think Jameis Winston's gonna. I think Sam Darnold might be better.
Oh, all right.
Smart man, Lee. Smart man.
All right, so we'll figure out that later. But moving on to the NFC West, we have the Rams, the 49ers, the Cardinals, and the Seattle Seahawks. This might be one of the closer ones, I think, of all the divisions. I say this and the AFC South are the two closest, in my opinion. I could see pretty much any team winning this, but I'm going to have to go with the Rams winning the division. Lee, I'll pass it on to you. What do you think? If you need,
Yeah, the Rams are gonna.
I was say if I need to
Sorry,
go
the-
someone else, I can.
No, you're good. You're
Okay.
good. The Rams are gonna win the division. I think. I think they're gonna get over the hump with Matthew Stafford. Sean McVay's gonna, have a field day with that type of quarterback. But with Aaron Donald on defense, I think they win the division. But San Francisco, if they figure out their quarterback situation, could give them a pretty good run for their money. Seattle, Russell Wilson, that's always a threat. And then, yeah, that's about it.
You don't even think the Cardinals are a threat?
Not really. You got DeAndre Hopkins, but I don't think the Cardinals are gonna have a good year
Oh, okay.
this year.
That division is so tough. The Cardinals could have a lot of trouble if they don't get it figured out. They could have a lot of trouble.
This
And
division
Chandler
is like the
Jones
total
posted
opposite of the Cowboys division.
Yeah, every team is so good. It's like who's gonna win it? Casey, go ahead.
I think the Rams will win the division, and if Cam Akers never got hurt, I would be willing to say I think the Rams would have had the best record in the NFC. I will say, however, though, I still think the Rams win probably 13, 14 games. I think Stafford is 10 times the quarterback Goff is. You put him on a team. This is the first time that Stafford will ever have a great defense. I know he's had some fairly decent ones in Detroit, but this is going to be a great defense. He's got a bevy of weapons around him. I still like Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. Darnell Henderson can catch the ball out of the backfield. They're probably going to sign another running back. I think it'd be cool if they went out and got Todd Gurley, but I know they worked out Adrian Peterson. I think their offensive line, Whitworth, who is probably somebody like 50 years old now, he's still a really good offensive lineman. If he's still playing, I don't know if he hadn't retired yet,
No,
but is he still there? Okay,
he's still there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Rams are the best team in that division. The 49ers could be tough if Trey Lance isn't complete garbage. I think he should start over Garoppolo. I don't think Garoppolo's all that good. Seattle finds ways to win because Pete Carroll is a great coach and Russell Wilson is a great quarterback, but they just didn't do enough to help him out on the offensive line, and the defense is still aging in what is there. So, and I just don't. I need to see the Cardinals actually do something. I don't have a lot of faith in them yet, but I have the Rams winning the division. And I do believe the Rams would have had the best record in the NFC and the number one overall seed in a bye week if Cam Akers was still healthy.
So you're telling me all three of y'all think the Rams are going to win the division?
Yep.
I think the Rams are going to destroy that division.
I wouldn't go that far.
Probably the toughest division in football, and you guys think the Rams are going to win the division?
Yes.
Well, let's make it 4 because I agree. I think Seattle's going to be the second best team. I think the Cardinals, they're going to be decent. If they played in any other division, they would be able to compete for a division crown.
Yeah.
But they're not going to make it this year. Who was the other team? Seahawks.
49ers.
Oh, 49ers. The 49ers defense is really going to be competitive, but their quarterback trouble is going to kind of kick them in the butt a little bit. The Seahawks could potentially win the division, but I think the Rams are going to – I think Stafford's really going to show out this year.
Those two.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch some LA Rams football. Never thought I'd say that.
I wouldn't say I'm excited, but I'm just excited to watch football, period.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm not even a Rams guy. Like, I follow them on Instagram because I like their colors, but I do think I like Stafford. I like McVay. I'm really happy for Stafford. I've said this before. I'm happy he's finally got an opportunity to show what he can do with a good team around him. So I'm excited to see what they do. But I think they could win that division by 2 or 3 games. I think they're going to be that much better than the rest of a pretty good division.
Well, that concludes all of our divisions.
So Matthew Stafford, didn't have a running back this whole career with the Lions, and then he goes to the Rams, and then the starting running back tears his freaking Achilles. Like, is it Matthew Stafford?
That's a good point, actually.
Bad omen for sure.
I didn't think about that. That's actually pretty funny.
If Detroit wins 10 games, it's definitely Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Detroit wins 10 games with that roster they have?
Jared Goff throws for 2,200 yards, 14 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and they run the ball 80% of the time and win every game by a field goal.
And they make it to the playoffs. And win a
And
playoff game.
No, they're going to get trounced. I mean, they lose by like 6 touchdowns to the Bucks.
Kyle is left. I don't know if he left or if he's coming back.
Forget him.
Well, I don't want to completely, because if he does come back, then I'll have to adjust. Yeah, I can hear you. Are you
Okay.
Are you there? Your
Yeah,
video,
yeah. Can you? Am I on?
Your video's not.
What? Oh, well, I can see my video. That's weird.
Yeah, somebody. Ugh.
Yeah, you sound like T-Pain right now.
I'm gonna buy you a drink.
Oh.
Sounds like a broken electric keyboard.
Here, while we're doing that, let's watch that Tom Brady video. What happened to it? Where'd it go? It's gone. Well,
Don't forget.
there it is.
Ready?
There it is. All right. Did you see this, Casey? And people are trying to say it's fake. I mean, no, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Let's watch it again.
It was debatable.
Alright, let's watch it again. I'm looking for any... I don't know, I just don't... It doesn't look fake to me.
Let's go.
Right? that was also my point. Why is 48-year-old Tom Brady more attractive than all 4 of us?
I don't know what you're talking about. I look good as hell.
The man
You
is...
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't know why my video's not showing up.
Justin's probably got you deleted.
No, the first time... There it goes.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. It just popped up. All right. Did you watch the
Stop
video,
clicking
Kyle?
buttons.
Do we need to
Yeah,
watch
I
it
saw
again?
Yeah, I
No, I
showed
saw
him at work.
What do you think? Do you think it's real or fake?
If it would have just happened one time, I would have believed it. But 2 times in a row, and like those
Three
little spinners spin the opposite way. It's like there's no way he threw that football through those little spinner things.
It's not. That's not. It's a fake video. It's CGI.
I agree.
Michael Bay directed it. There's no way that video is real. And I can't believe that I have to sit here and defend my point that video is fake.
All right, let's see. I'm going to see if I can find something. Oh, it is fake. All right.
Yeah, I told you. I know it was. I told you it's fake. I said that 5 seconds ago. Nobody takes my word for nothing, though.
Well, I mean, I assume
Nah,
you didn't
yeah.
do research.
Let's get Tom Brady, the man himself, on the podcast and ask him.
Yeah, I mean, where's
Yeah,
Peyton Manning? I mean, come on. What are you doing?
Yeah, I listen.
Like, man.
Let me hit up Giselle and see if Tom's got any free time.
You're like,
Oh.
I'm hanging out with Peyton Manning and Eli Manning
Oh,
and
no.
Arch Manning and Archie Manning and Deborah
I
Manning
hung out with Cooper and Archie, and Peyton took a photo with us. He's not much of a talker, but Cooper's hilarious. If you guys would love Cooper, I legitimately, he's
Yeah.
one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Well, he'd be a lot funnier if he was on the podcast.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't blame you for not doing that. I mean, let's get some clout before we go being like, hey, can you come on our podcast with 15
Yeah, so all
subscribers?
13 are yeah, whatever. How many is it now?
15.
15. Holy God.
Hey, I subscribed from my girlfriend's phone.
Hey, oh, god damn it, Lee. Should have known it was fake. Should have known.
I hit the bell too, so she has to watch our videos.
Oh, hey, there we go. Dude, she probably fucking hates me because I upload like 4 or 5 videos in one day sometimes. Just fucking ding 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 ding. Why am I
Why is
getting all
my
these
phone going
fucking? Oh man.
And it's funny you did a UT Dynasty, so she's an Alabama fan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
Well, she would really like that Alabama game that's on there. maybe not the SEC championship.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh. Sliding a little
teaser.
preview.
A little teaser. Oh, a little teaser. I'm just saying, someone in that game scored 42 points.
Okay.
I don't think
Yeah, my
Aaron
guess
Donald
is it
scored
was not a
42 points.
lit team.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Kyle?
I said, and my guess is it wasn't a Garantano led team.
I don't know. We scored a bunch against
Yeah, it was
TSU.
45 to 38.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad we could beat the hell out
You
of them.
come back and won that one game,
Duke.
3 down, in like
Oh,
2
dude,
or
the
3
Duke
overtime.
one was
Yeah.
crazy. The Duke one, I threw 3 picks in the first half. I think at the end of the first half, I had 1 completion and 3 picks.
Shit, at the end of the third quarter, it was 24-0.
Hey, we won though. We won.
All right, hey, you guys enjoy the rest of the podcast. I got to get out of here.
We're gonna leave. We're done pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Yeah, you can
guys
stay
can
in the
finish
outro.
talking.
Damn it.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
I'm
no,
not trying to rush you guys. Like,
No,
you guys
no,
can
it's
do whatever
cool.
you need to do.
That's exactly what you're doing.
No,
You're
it's
rushing.
fine. What time are you gonna be back, Kyle?
I'm not sure.
If it's not too late, I wanted to possibly do a episode of the alumni tournament. You wouldn't even.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to be on camera or anything. I just need your voice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can try that. I'll let you know whenever I get back.
All right. So Lee said he was down to do it also. So if Casey's back by then too, that'd be pretty cool. But we'll see. All right. Well, appreciate you guys watching. If you did, I think we only had like 1 watcher the entire time, and it was probably Nikki. But you know,
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, man. It's really important. We say it at the end of every episode of this. We say it at the end of every clip. Eventually, we're going to get some traction. It's hard to get traction early in YouTube. I think I set with 20 subscribers on my main channel for a year and a half. When I made it to 42, I thought I was fucking awesome. And then now I'm at 268. So it goes quick once you get going. So, all right. Anything you guys? Any closing remarks?
Sam Darnold will be a Pro Bowl quarterback. That's it.
Is that your closing remark, Kyle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lee, anything you want to say?
Nah, I think we discussed it all.
All right, I got one though. Max Scherzer is gonna be the pitcher for the Tampa Bay Rays, and they're gonna win a fucking World Series. All right,
Hey,
that's all.
One thing. If Tampa Bay Rays win the championship or World Series in the MLB, Bucks, Rays, and then Lightning and hockey won.
They're going for it. That's why I think that's why they're going for it so hard. Like they don't normally go this hard for big superstars. So I think that's a big reason they're doing it is because they wanna do it like that. That'd be crazy.
Good podcast.
Oh,